All right, hey there guys, it's Metro. Here we go, getting started with the Warlock. 1 talent point. We're going to be doing 3 talent points only on each tree. Never mind my injury, sister. It is a miracle that any of us are alive. It didn't look like you'd pull through. You've been in suspension for weeks. Something happened and the Eredar crashed. The Exodar crashed. Many have died. But I'm relieved that you are alive. With you leading our efforts, I'm sure we'll get to safety soon. Proenitus asked me to send you to him when you awoke. Just follow the path southwest. It has been a very long time since I have played this race. I actually don't know when the last time I don't think I've ever done a leveling challenge on a Draenei, so I'm pretty excited about that. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, we got to get it. We're gonna get to 16, I think, is the level we are gonna end up with. So yeah, we got a lot of work ahead of us. Oh, I just realized I don't have Plater on right now. Let's go ahead and get this set up. Metro, by my eternal soul, it is good to see you. I don't know why the Exodar crashed. Only those of us that were in the parts of the ship remained. There's not much time if we were to save everyone we can. Our immediate concern is the depleted state of our healing crystals. When we replenish them quickly. Unfortunately, the only way to do this at this point is to extract the blood from the local Veil moths. Their blood will make for a suitable substitute. The moths can be found in many places around the Veil, but they are mostly concentrated in the northwest. Alright, so yeah, let's get Plater going, but while we do, we'll talk about Nomad. So, Nomad, I'll use white gear from any quest, and then anything higher than white we will not use. And then obviously it'll only be BOEs from then on. So since it's a Warlock, this is going to be a lot harder. Warlock, any cloth Nomad is way harder than a plate Nomad, for example, because we have only cloth, right? So yeah, that makes it a lot more difficult. And typically, you know, you get a lot of different pieces of gear that aren't necessarily cloth, you know, so it's probably going to be like most of the gear is not actually going to be even equipable that we get. Obviously, I guess like one out of every 4 will be equipable. So all right, let's see, let's get this set up here. Plater profiles, profile setting, use this, good. And then Plater, I think we might even change the okay, we got the personal health bar. Usually I have a nice neutral color, but maybe we'll change it to something more aggressive because it's the Eredar playthrough, you know? Something like dark red, like orangey red. That's kind of a little too orangey, but I like it. Is that gonna... Not sure if that changes the color of everything on the profile, but I'll worry about that another day. All right, for now we have very few spells. Well, we have almost no spells. We have this and the racial, so just gonna be Shadow Bolt spam. Oh, I don't have auto. Yeah, okay. We need another add-on that I forgot to turn on. Auto looter. Boom. Now that should only pick up quest items for us, which is a really good feature. We don't necessarily want auto loot on for these leveling challenges because we don't need to get any money from the character. We simply need to get the stuff that we're looting and nothing else. So a great little feature there. Also have Shade Scale on, which is just so needed in the zone. Unbelievably good looking in the zone. And there's our first thing. We also now have Corruption. Let's see, does it have a cast time? Yeah, it does. It has a cast time at this level. It's kind of funny. Hiding the chat as per always. So there's no point in using it, but it is kind of funny that it has a cast time. It's not even gonna get it's gonna get like 2 ticks off. That time it didn't even get one. It only got 1 tick off. Shadow Bolt the way to go early. Okay, on our way back. Also delete our Hearthstone. Let's go and do that. No more Hearth. So I don't know, as of the time of me recording this, like you guys aren't seeing this until after the storyline is in the game, presumably, but yeah, I don't know anything about the storyline, so there's a good chance that the character needs to get to 70, so Regrettable that those creatures had to die so we might live. Indiscriminate killing is not the Draenei way. However, the blood you gather will replenish our healing crystals, so their deaths will not be in vain. Now that you've gathered all that you need to replenish our healing crystals, I need you to deliver the vials to Zaldun, our priest. You'll find him tending to the wounded inside the central chamber of the ship. Right. Put the boots on. Oh, I guess we missed a quest. There was another quest to do. Usually I would turn the minimap off too. I don't think I will though. I think I'm done with that whole phase of my life. I like having the minimap on. God, this zone is so heavy ambience. And it looks nice too. It's basically like a night elf zone, right? Like I think that's what it's meant to look like. Maybe corruption is the play then. It's gonna be 3 casts no matter what it looks like now. 1, 2, yeah, corruption. Open with that and then 2 shadow bolts. We now have our pet. Is that pretty early? Unending resolve at level 4. That's a weird one to get then. So now we probably don't need corruption at all anymore. The pet is really strong early, if I remember correctly. We did do it. I think we did a naked warlock leveling challenge at some point, but I don't think I finished it, so I don't have it on the spreadsheet or anything. Big like feast and famine in the music though. It's randomly like no music at all here, but when it's going, it's going. All right, so let's go turn these in. Ready level 3. We've done 2 quests, so presumably we'll be able to get to 16 pretty quickly. I've not done the starting zone as a Draenei in a very, very long time, so I have no idea what to expect. The Ammon fields to the west are the primary breeding ground for the local lasher population. With the corruption of the water table from the nearby lake, Botanix Teryx is worried that the lashers will not be able to repopulate themselves once we've cleaned the lake. Go to the Ammon fields and pick some of the corrupted flowers for me so that I might take a look at them and see what can be done.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
I also have to go... Was it inside this thing? We need to go inside this. I don't know, it's like actually like the first time I've ever leveled a character through these. There's quests over here too.
Do you wish to buy? Trade? One wishes to you.
Wait, do we have auto accept on? No. It's just automatically picking up quests. Not sure why that's happening, but I think it's probably just because it's the starting zone. I think they do that in the starting zone. God, that zone is something.
Each day is a blessing.
Good work. This will do nicely to replenish our depleted healing crystals. But now that you're here, I think I have another use for you if you're willing. The healing crystals are replenished, but that is not the only way we can help the injured. All Draenei can tap the gift of the Naru to heal. We must use this ability to heal one of the crash survivors. You'll find most of the survivors in the area to the west and northwest, but the crash scattered us all over the Vale. The survivors have suffered from exposure to irradiated power crystals, so you should be able to find them by the red glow that surround them. You must save them, Metro. What a great zone. I'm already in love with it. Do we have the music all the way max? I think we do. No, let's turn it up further. There is a dead Draenei, or I guess he's not dead. She. Did we actually use Gift to the Naru on her? Yeah, I didn't realize you can use that on other players. It's interesting. What the hell? Got a thing for the Emerald Dream campaign. That's funny. I hurt. Can you help me?
Open your heart to the
The light be praised. You have done what only a true heroine could have done, Metro. The Draenei you saved owe their continual life to your selflessness.
May your days be long.
Alright, that's level 4. That's that really, really cool looking spell, yeah. Don't know why they give you a defensive CD so early nowadays, but I'll take it. So it's like old school, like, you know, like these are not well optimized quests at all, so we'll see how it plays out. But we are level 4 already. Looks like we're just looting flowers here. Lasher sample. I think we need to kill him too, don't we? So TBC's music is like famous for this, like it's kind of just like this meandering, like it's not like classic where they have like a little theme to them, you know what I mean? This is really atmospheric and really like it's like long. Like the music is not, I don't know how to describe it, but you'll notice it if you do like really any TBC zone at all, but Hellfire Peninsula has got really noticeable. It's just like kind of just one long note almost, like it's got nothing going other than that. But it's very unique because it's not like that in Wrath or Classic, so I'm not really sure why that happened. It's like a completely different style of music for this expansion and all the content in it. And then you have like your more like, you know, almost like fanfare for other expansions where it's like really kind of fast and upbeat, and you get to a single song in like a minute and that's that, you know. And they play on repeat, but then in TBC it's just like kind of just ambient, like droning noises, I think they call it. Just kind of noises, like not really any actual music. I can heal this one too, because I don't. Yeah, I feel bad for her. Like she's. What is this place? Is that all that's left of the ship? Yeah. Yeah, you missed like 10 expansions. Sorry. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this playstyle works out because I really like Affliction Warlock. I'm a big fan of the idea of Affliction Warlock. And we'll see what actual spells we have. But if you look at the actual, like, you get a decent amount of stuff here, so see how it plays out. I'll probably just stick with the imp the whole way as well. Can't really decide on that yet, but alright, those two done. Guess we'll turn them in because the other ones are far away. Thing 5 here, surely. 5 is fear, which we will certainly need in the playthrough. There's a good chance we're going to be naked for a lot of this. Like when we did the warrior, I did a warrior in the pre-patch of Dragonflight, and I did it as Nomad as well, and I just got no gear. Like I just got super unlucky with drops the whole way, and I just got like very, very, very low gear. So it's basically like a naked leveling challenge. That could very well be the case on this character.
Arcanon Poros. Good health, long life. Remain vigilant.
Alright, that's 5. Do we get an interrupt? I don't think we ever get an interrupt, do we? I don't remember how it works now. Soulstone, I guess, might be useful here and there, though. Command Demon. Oh, okay, so we need the Spell Hunter, the Fell Hunter for Spell Lock. A lot of running though. But we'll see. Emitter, spare parts, Owlkin. Nestlewood, Owlkin, inoculated. Do we have to kill them first? Or is it going to be one of those things where when we use it, they get hostile? That's a very unique looking thing. So why is it using it on the same mob more than once? Isn't there supposed to be... It's not in this quest, I guess. Usually you can automatically click on the target to like use a thing on them, but... Something bad going on here. This doesn't look good at all. So do we actually get the other dots or not until we switch to an affliction, I guess? I don't even know what we get. Do we only get agony? I think everybody gets corruption and then each spec gets one dot. Or maybe Demo doesn't get one. But yeah. I don't think Immolate, yeah, nobody gets Immolate other than Destro now. And then I guess Corruption is only for Affliction now. Or, Agony is only for Affliction now, right? What are we doing? Emitter, spare part. Do we have to kill these mobs, maybe? Are they on the ground? It's in the cave, maybe? Probably killing the mutated Owlkin. Ah, no, there it is. What a strange quest. Have they always been yellow? Maybe they weren't always yellow. It's a very strange quest. All the way back now. Nestlewood Hills. That was loud. I got like the horns and like the... Oh, I thought that was attacking me. I got like the demon looking horns and the bald Draenei. It's a female Draenei, so... I think it looks the part, ready to go red. It'll be a while though. So now that I have the separated channel, the dedicated channel for this, I'm not only publishing episode when I finish it. Like I will finish this. So now I'm confident that no matter what, like we're good to just publish it. So this is, you know, if you're watching this when it goes live or within a day or two, like there is no more episodes. I don't know when I'll get to doing this again. I'm gonna try to get some time to do it in the coming days. But as of right now, like I only have a limited amount of time for it, so we will definitely make some time for it though, because I really want to get this Draenei. Even though I literally don't even play Draenei, it's just awesome. It sounds so. This is like more stuff like this should be in the game. They need to do this for Orc too. Oh, Mojo Stormstout.
You will not find a better bargain.
What the hell?
Until next time.
All right.
Do not lose faith.
The Blessings upon you. Dionysaka.
Dionys Akka. Not really gonna be using these, but 1 extra armor, that really helped. That'll add up.
You wish to buy?
The other problem with Nomad, especially on a level 1, is that you have no bags. Bags will be a challenge. But since we have the add-on, we don't really need to worry about bags too much.
Greetings, friend.
From what you described, the neutralizing agent worked. I just wish I knew how long it will last. We really need to remove that power crystal from the lake entirely. Thank you, Metro. I will tell Tedden to try the neutralizing agent on one of the captured beasts at once.
Blessings upon your family.
Okay, we have Curse of Weakness now, but I don't think we'll use that right now. And we're 6 already, still in the starting zone. It's almost like a somberness to the zone. Like, the Blood Elves not that way at all. The Blood Elves are like so much more like, feels like a higher fantasy going on there, you know? I mean, obviously that's exactly why it sounds this way too, because it is a somber, like the Dueña are dying, like they're dead, they all just crashed. The weird part is that there's like a town and everything set up here, so we'll have to pay attention to the story a bit. Because I don't really understand what's going on in this zone. But we will do the entirety of both of these zones. That is my goal. Do all of this. This whole area is such a unique area.
Good fortune.
Help, Blood Elves. They ambushed me. Don't have long.
Remember the lesson.
You must eliminate the Blood Elf threat. Find out what they're up to. They're on the ridge behind me.
Good health.
What the hell? How did the Blood Elves get all the way up here or what? Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make sense. The Blood Elves have like voice lines when I'm clicking on them.
State your business.
My business? Sorry. This is it. Not for you. None of you are to leave this valley alive. Yeah, sorry that we're gonna have to leave it because we've got to get to like probably at least 70, maybe at least 60. I mean, I would imagine this is something that you have to do at 70 though, which I'm a little worried about because I've not done a leveling challenge in actual Dragonflight. So hopefully it'll be 60, but we will find out together. The reason I feel that way too is because in was it Shadowlands when they had the Dark Ranger stuff, that was max level content only, I believe, right? Those Blood Elves mean to kill us all. How are we to divert them from this course?
Remain vigilant.
I have a plan. We must kill their leader. Without their master, perhaps they will retreat to regroup. We just need to buy time until the repairs are completed. The Vindikar Aldar must know of this. Kill the surveyor, then return and tell him what we found.
May your days be long and your hardships.
Strange. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all how there'd be Blood Elves here. It's not even the correct continent. They couldn't be further away from each other. Sorry guys, I'm just walking by. Don't worry about me.
We will persevere.
Yeah, you guys are fine, yep. Just coming to kill this fella and then you can leave. Or whatever the idea is there. You'll not take me alive, scum. No, yeah, the quest is to kill you, yeah. That's the goal. These plans seem important. You should take them... Oh. You should take them to Vindicator Aldar at the crash site. Oh, we have to go all the way back there. Wow. A lot of running in this zone. Do they not think that maybe they don't know that the rest of the ship is over here? Or what? I don't even really know. The Eredar it's the same ship, right? That might be the case. They might think that it's only us, but there's obviously a lot more Draenei. That's what I was trying to figure out, how like now there's towns and stuff in the next part of the zone. Such a weird jump. I thank you for dealing with the Blood Elf Surveyor. Surely she was their leader. Rest assured, we will deal with whatever remnant of them is still nearby. Please take one of these weapons as a sign of my gratitude. What have you got there? Let me read those plans. The Blood Elves have followed us here. They are evil to the core and should be wiped from existence. The Vindicator takes a moment to regain his composure. I apologize. That was uncalled for. We are indebted to you for uncovering this information. I don't understand any of this. I got it. I think I managed to fix the emitter. Here. I'll just activate this last crystal and that should do it. Take a look at the emitter, Metro. It looks like it's beginning to work. Someone is appearing.
Seek the path of the light. Favor the road traveled by few.
Who's that? By the 7 Atelma crystals. Others have survived the crash. Zanha, is that you? It is so good to see you again. Yeah, okay, I see now. Is that it? And who do you have here? No doubt this communication possible. I give you greetings for Azure Watch. Alright, so we're going there now. Word from Azure Watch. Judging by your signal, we put you just southeast of the larger part of the island we crashed into. Cross the Crystal Brook River to get... Sorry, there's a lot of stat. It's fine, we can get off the phone, dude. We don't... Yeah, no worries, dude. We'll catch up when we get there. We're on our way. This is great news. Your efforts have indeed saved us. Yeah, no, I know. I'm going. We're out. Some robes too, but looks like we already had those. Transmogs can still be gotten because they're level 1, so probably get some transmogs from doing all this too. I mean, they're level 1 because they're now you can transmog grays and whites now. But I never did this zone, so we can't actually look at the talents yet. We are 7 already though, so I think we might like get like really high level from these 2 zones. Because this goes traditionally to 10 and we're already 7. So we'll probably get like maybe even like 15. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure there's quests that are only here for Draenei. I try come here every once in a while. I do like a night elf character and I come here and there's like almost no quests. But it's really cool when you're here in general, so and then we're gonna do Blood Missile too, so that one you usually get a good amount. That's like meant to be like 10 to 20, I think, isn't it? In the original days. That I did once. I don't even remember what leveling challenge it was, but I remember I streamed it and I remember like Tokes, like old regulars were there watching it. We made like some big joke about something. But I don't remember what that was. Was that a naked leveling challenge too? think it was. Warlock, a couple mutated beasts jumped me and my leg is injured. I was sent on a scouting mission from Azure Watch after we received word from Zana. Please, could you go speak with caregiver Shallan at my stead? She needs to know how many people to expect in Azure Watch. Just cross the Crystal Brook River here and just continue following the road until you get to Azure Watch. Be sure to ask for a place for yourself to stay in.
Long life, my friend.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that kind of thing, sorry. Alright, and then yeah, this quest is one that you can actually do. I've done this quest a ton. You kill, or you like, get fish or something. Dictiana. Sure. Great name. Kronakai. Okay, here we go. Train a fishing net to catch fish. This was a little bit of a pain if I remember correctly, but it's just because you're in water. That's so, yeah. That's the annoying part. There's some people here buying, or hopefully buying, some of the stuff that my father has left behind, so my mom's handling it though. So we should be good to continue. Ah, that's why it's a pain in the ass, because of Morlocks. The Morlocks. And you gotta kill them, otherwise you don't get the loots. What an exquisitely calm zone, I'll tell you what. $317 days ago I've killed that rare, so I think I actually remember killing it up there too, because I feel like I've seen that, but we're probably gonna have to go up there because there's just not enough fish here anyway. Oh, it's like respawning like super quick. Do we have the turtle mount? Can we use that right now? Oh, it looks like we already gotten a new transmog. Long knife. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know I had that, but that's not the one we got. We got the Eredar something or other. Eredar short sword. I wish they'd make fishing give some kind of experience, but I think it'd just be too overpowered, because then you can literally just stand there and bots. Yeah, no, too much, man. This game's like ruined by other players. It's such a shame. It really is. People like cheating and exploiting the game is like the biggest issue with the game's development at times. And you can say the same thing about class balance too, like the absolute fucking fever that people get in if their class is like 5% weaker than another class means that Blizzard has to like change things that are fun just because they're overpowered. Like, that's one of the things that really kind of bothered me. I did the leveling challenge in the pre-patch. Is this the actual... Yeah, this is the first leveling challenge we've done since the pre-patch, by the way, on Dragonflight, which is a shame because I really wanted to do a lot of them, but they're just too easy. Like, they're not... The talents are just like pure power creep. They didn't like rescale the world at all, so it's just like ultra easy to do any, even like a naked leveling challenge. You're still way more powerful than you were before the expansion launched. But anyway, I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, that's a shame. But oh, yeah, I did the paladin, and they got rid of exorcism, which was like my favorite button to press on the character when I did that leveling challenge. It was so fun to like automatically stun undead. That was fucking awesome. And that was a big part of the, you know, we did like undead constantly while we were doing it, so it was like actually a lot easier to kill them even naked. And then they just removed the spell, and it's like, I don't know if it's because it was overpowered or wasn't being used, I don't know which, but it's still Yeah, I don't know. There's so many, probably so many spells in this game now that were once usable by players and aren't anymore that you can make like a whole new class out of them. Can't even imagine. Even just Death Knight, I can think of like 4 or 5 spells that just aren't in the game anymore. All right.
Warm wishes to you.
What do you think of my armor? I crafted it myself.
Be well.
Poor Dictiana. That Murloc gave her quite a scare. Hopefully she will recover from the injury soon. So I presume you're looking for work. Well, there's plenty of work to be found at Azure Watch.
Kind to those less fortunate.
You're starting to make a name for yourself, Metro. How about trying your hand at hunting? Back on Draenor, our greatest hunters would hunt a beast that resembled the Moongrave stag of this region known as a Talbuk. If you think yourself Draenei enough, go out into the wild and kill enough stags to fill our pack with meat. You will find them grazing south of Azure Watch.
Days be long, and your hardships.
I'm Draenei enough, bro. Don't you worry.
The Legion's end.
I think I've cracked it, Metro. All we need to know is about the Stillpine Furbolg language imprinted on their totems. With just a rudimentary understanding of how their symbols work, we can study the totems and learn to communicate with the Furbolgs. I've written down the basics of the symbol matrix on this parchment. Study it and then examine the totems.
Remember the
Is that like important? Why are we worried about the Furbolgs?
Open your heart to the light.
In a fevered dream of our injured guest, she spoke of a fisherman, Cowlin, who was in some distress in Silvermist Isle to the southwest off the coast of Azuremist. With all that has been happening, no one has had the opportunity to look into it.
Remain vigilant.
That's that down there, yeah, okay. Slowly, yeah, these quests definitely aren't here as a non-Draenei, I think. I have found that lashers milling about on the islands hold restorative medicinal properties. Our delicate guest was found injured and unconscious by the crystal brook only yesterday. If you bring me vines, we may be able to save her. Oh, there's night elves. I didn't even realize. That's cool.
The Naru have not
It's good to see you again. I'm glad we were both able to get our emitters fixed, or we might never have found one another. And don't worry, we'll see to it that Amon Vale gets help and supplies. Speaking of assistance, now that you're here, go around and introduce yourself to the others. I know there's plenty to do. And that's the typical inn quest that they always have in the beginning.
All prices here are reasonable.
Oh, you must be one of the survivors we've been hearing about. I'm glad that you came. I'm most interested in hearing stories all about your harrowing story of survival. You're a brave one to have made it all the way here.
Be
Am I?
kind to those less fortunate.
Welcome to Azure Watch. Please excuse the disorder you see around you. It is easy to take simple things for granted, like a fully furnished and stocked inn, until you're forced to build one from nothing. But we managed to salvage this pod for a building, but without the proper furnishings and first aid supplies, the inn is little more than a glorified tent. Nergani at the Eredar has offered to put together a package to help with your most immediate needs.
Safe journey.
Oh, it's the playpath quest. That's funny. Yet another quest down here. Exarch Millennius.
The Naru have
You have survived the wilds of our new home and shown yourself a cut above the others. I believe that you've come of age to assist those battling on the front lines of Bloodmist. The Hand of Argus could use a Draenei like you. Report to Teloris, the pack handler. You will find him outside the Eredar, tending to his Elec. Give him these orders so that he may direct you towards the new duties on Bloodmist Isle. I'm not going there yet. There's a lot of like just moving back and forth quests, huh? Ooh, we don't actually have that. Maybe we can run into the rare. Also drops a quest too. Alright, let's go do this.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Need to go to the Eredar? That's going to be a bit of a trip, but don't worry. What? For a small fee, you can rent one of my hippogriffs. Taking the hippogriff is faster, not to mention safer. Right, yeah, I know all about that.
Remember.
Don't know how you got hippogriffs, but night elves are here already, I guess, helping out. They had to put hippogriffs though, right? There's no other flying mobs for Eredar for the Draenei. This is the zone, or like the city I've spent the least time into. I didn't even know it existed until I remember in Wrath I did the kill all the faction leaders thing, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I didn't even know how to get, like, navigate through it, you know what I mean? I mean, I still don't. Like, ding there, that's funny. I still don't really know how to navigate. The only reason I know a little bit better now is because it was quests in Legion where you had to come in here, I believe. A lot of quests, actually.
All prices here are reasonable.
Greetings, friend. You look like you've come a long way. How can I help you? You brought Chelen's list? Excellent. I was hoping to receive this today. That's most of what she requested. The pieces for the beds are simply too large, should be delivered by Hippogriff, but I'll make arrangements to have them sent by wagon. Here's the box, Metro. That should be enough for Chelen to get the inn up and running. Let her know that she can keep sending in orders as she needs. As your watch urgently needs a place to care for the wounded and put up any travelers they receive. When you're ready to return to Azure Watch, seek out Stephanos near the seat of the Naru in the Exedar.
Long life.
Is there other quests in here at this point? No, I guess not. Just like a fucking Stormwind guard there, killing the immersion. Exedar Quartermaster as well.
May you find what you seek.
I have these tabards, I guess. I bought them a long time ago, probably. It's a lot of items. The merchant doesn't want refreshing spring water? What are you talking about?
Remember
Neither do I.
the lessons of the past.
Dionys Aka.
So you're headed back to Azure Watch with the package? No problem at all. Just speak with me again and we'll get you on your way.
Remember the lessons of the
If I remember correctly, Azure Watch Hippogriff Master is Zaldon. If you've spoken to him before, you can take one of my hippogriffs to him. That's a good lesson to know. Hippogriffs are always trained to fly to their capital city, but they'll only take you to remote hippogriff masters after you've been there. Since you arrived on one of Zeldon's hippogriffs, you can also use that route to return to Azure Watch with the caregiver supplies.
well.
How do you know I did that? Is there actually a separate quest if I didn't do it? Oh, we now have a bunch of quests that are all over the place. We did ding 8 already. This all scales to 30, so hopefully we're not going to run into that issue, because I have no idea how we're going to turn Chromie time on. I actually don't know how we get to the other continent. Oh, I think there's a boat, isn't there? Like, yeah, down here there's a boat. But that takes you to Darnassus, I think. Yeah, I have no idea how we're going to turn Chromie time on. That'll be a problem for another day. Oh, we were supposed to read this. What a long book. The primer provides translations for the basic symbology of the Furbolg language. Okay. Totem. Ah, man, I wish these totems were more usable in the game. They're so nice looking. Totem of Ku. You begin to read the totem, barely able to pronounce the awkward words and phrases. Slowly, words start to form in your head. You think that the totem is telling you to go up a nearby hill to the northeast. God, there's so many quests. I don't really know what's going on, but... Alright, we will go do these quests, and then that'll be it for today. Welcome back, Metro. Was Nerguri able to gather everything on the list? Handling over the box, you can tell the caregiver that Nerguri is making arrangements to have the larger items delivered by wagon. Splendid. Now I'll finally be able to set up some beds and a first aid station so that we can better treat the wounded and any survivors we encounter. I can't thank you enough for your help, Metro. You have my thanks and the thanks of Azure Watch's Vindicators. Hopefully we can get to 10 here, and that'll be a good place to stop. It does look like... Oh yeah, I remember this now. Totem of Ku. Bunch of mobs just kind of all that we need to kill, right? Yeah, and they don't like get marked by the game right now for some reason. We have Hellstones now apparently, and Blood Funnel, which I don't think we'll ever need, but because I'm probably only gonna use the Imp. We're not killing the cats yet. I don't know if we even ever have to. Oh, I remember the last time I was in this zone. It was for the Arcane Mage. I did a naked Arcane Mage, and I started in this zone just because I love it, but Didn't spend too much time here. I love how the Shadow Bolt's like curved now. That's such a cool difference from Mage. That's fucking cool. I like the original Shadow Bolt. I like animation and stuff, but man, does that one look cool. This is just a regular reagent, yeah, so we didn't even have to kill these mobs. We could just spot it or something. Find the totem of Tiki using the clues provided to you. You know what I'm gonna find instead? I'm gonna use that, yeah. I'm gonna use that feature instead. Can we actually jump off here and live? Oh, no way. No, not even close. Maybe over here is fine though. Yeah, we can kind of like slide down over here. We still need more stag meat. And then we're looking for flashers, but I guess they're not here. Root trap or vine, I don't really know where that's supposed to be. Oh, there's some there. Yeah, they like don't get marked by the game. It's weird. Usually mobs that are for quests, you can see them like very easily and you know exactly what quest they're for. There's not a lot of those mobs, I guess. Oh, there's 2 more there. Pretty sure at some point we have to kill the cats, but it makes me wonder if maybe I needed to kill the cat and then you get a quest to kill the cat. It sounds vaguely familiar. God, I can't wait till I get actual dots. Dots and drain life, that's gonna be our main rotation once we get everything we want. It's basically just like playing a mage right now. Not even using the spells that you normally use. Billy Club. Let's go get the totem quest done. And hopefully we can get the other 2 done, and that should get us to 10 maybe? Might not. And there's still 2 quests down here I don't. Cookies Jumbo Gumbo. The rare is right up by the... Yeah, that's probably why I killed the rare last time then, because I did this quest and he's right next to the... Can spawn right next to it. I don't know if there's one in all these spots or it's only up at one spot. I don't really know that part. But if it's here, we would definitely take it because we want that mask. That's like a... That's definitely not something a Furbolg would use. That's one of those snake wards from Warcraft 3. Troll spell. Not getting anything from these guys. Kind of makes me a little worried about finishing this quest. I think the other one's way south, right? Yeah. I don't know if this is like mobs meant to be in stealth or something, but I guess it's not here. This quest, I think like actually has like no indication what you're supposed to do with it, right? I think that mob that comes out does something that indicates where it's supposed to be. Otherwise, you're meant to just guess, I guess. Figure it out the hard way. Not giving a lot of experience, but I think we got to do them all anyway. I remember being in the zone and it being hard as hell. Like I think I tried a naked warrior as well that I never published. I always wanted to do like a naked warrior because I thought that would be like the pinnacle of difficulty since they don't have any actual heals or any ways to like really kite and stay at range, but never actually did it. Yeah, I kind of did it though when like I said, I did that Nomad warrior that ended up having like no gear for the first like 30 levels. I don't think I had a single actual gear piece with stats on it. Maybe like one or two, but most of the characters' equipment slots were empty or had whites on. The only thing about these zones is you don't really get any gear. Like, I don't know about the second zone, but the starting zones, you do not get gear. Like, if we started in any other, like if we went from 5 to, say, the Barrens, or, well, maybe that's even a bad example, but like, say we were in Winter Spring or whatever, we would get gear with stats on it, right? But not, these zones don't have gear with stats on it. Especially the TBC versions, I'd imagine. Venture company, what the fuck? This one's a good zone to have them out in. A lot of travel in this zone. I wonder if there's anything behind the back here. I never actually went up into this area too. Oh, I bet that's where the Tauren or the Draenei totem quest is. These are giving so little experience. This is insane. I guess what we'll do is cut across here now and go to these two. There's a lot of mobs here though. This has been a very... Definitely thought we'd be 10 within an hour. I guess we'll have 2 quests to turn in. Maybe that helps us out. Don't know what's with the venture company people, but try to avoid them. Still need the lashers though, pretty bad. Plenty of them here. It's just so calming, this zone is. TBC music, it's really just the music. When do we not get drain life? I thought 8 was drain life. No, it's 9. Once we get dots, I'm just gonna put the dots up and then just drain life the whole way. Pretty sure there's even like a PvP talent for drain life helping the dots. That's gonna be level 20. Not getting the loots though. Alright, we only need 1 more though, so there's 2 more in sight at least. Looks like 3 more. Come on now, let's get it. Wrap this up. Got it. Perfect. Alright, that was kind of an annoying quest. Don't know what these 2 quests are, but looks like some humans. I did actually, I think I've told the story before, but I did actually play a Draenei a little bit, and I was thinking about actually just continuing that character, but it's a shaman, and I really didn't want to do shaman again, because I plan on doing shaman for the orc playthrough that I'm going to eventually do. But I did do... What's that guy doing? Anyway, I did do a shaman to like probably like level 18 or something like that back in TBC, and the last time I played it was the time it was Janet Jackson, like her wardrobe malfunction. I remember playing it during the Super Bowl that year. I came up, I I came up like in the halftime show of the Super Bowl because I didn't care to watch it, and I missed that. You know, I probably would have been like 16 or something. Maybe it was just a little bit older at that point, but probably like 17. Let's look it up. $2004 only? Well, that couldn't have been when it was, because TBC wasn't out in 2004, right? When did TBC launch? Like 2006, wasn't it? I guess I'm misremembering two different memories then. That's really weird, because I could have swore that's why I missed it, but I guess I missed it for something else. But I do remember coming up in the middle of the halftime show and not wanting to watch it and play this character. Yeah, January 16th, 2007, so that makes sense. That would have been right after the Super Bowl, would have been like a couple weeks later. 2007 already though, so yeah, I was already in high school. Or I was already graduating high school. I graduated in 2007. Wild. It's weird how I do this all the time. Like, I have incredibly strong memories, but they're just not right. Like, I would have told you 100% certainty that that's exactly why I missed that. But that was in 2004. And I think that's that Mandela effect. People say that all the time. Where they're sure they remember something happening a certain way, but it's not what actually happened when you look at the stat, like the facts. So where is this compass meant to be? Oh, with the venture company. Quests are long. But hopefully after we finish these two and then turn the other two in, we'll be 10, because I did want to try to end on 10, but I kind of got to get going. Let's go get them done. But yeah, this is all recorded the week before. It's supposed to come out the second week at 10.1.7 for whatever reason. But there's people speculating that it's like broken or not working or something like that. So honestly, I wouldn't mind if it gets delayed, because I wouldn't mind getting this character. Like, I wouldn't mind hitting that the second it comes out, but we gotta level the character first, so. It's gonna take a few days. This leveling in live WoW doesn't take that long, but if we actually have to get to 70, then yeah, it's gonna take like a week or so of play. It's about like 5 hours, 60 to 70 now, but that's on a geared character that's not naked. Yeah, that's not a leveling challenge, so that'll probably take us probably 3 or 4 sessions to level the characters. 60 to 70 if we actually have to do that. I really hope we don't. I hate to say it, but I really don't want to do a leveling challenge in Dragonflight. I never like doing the leveling challenges in the modern, like whatever the current expansion is. It's just not fun. Those quests are usually like a lot harder, you know, tuned to be more difficult. So these early zones, it's like whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's the appropriate difficulty. But when you're doing it at max level, you end up with this. It's just like way harder than the rest of the playthrough was. That's why, like, if you look at some of the playthroughs on this channel now, like, some of them were always just stopped at 60, basically. And the original one stopped at 60 when 60 was only half the levels. Because I only wanted to do the classic zones. That was back when, like, 1 to 60 took, like, 20 hours or something like that. There was a time when it was, like, 120 levels that it took, like, yeah, like 4 or 5 days played still. Sai, I remember doing, I think it might have been Mop. Sai took him like 50 some hours to do the one to max. 4 or 5 days was a great exaggeration, but it was definitely more than 1 day played. Now it's like not even 1 day played, I don't think. Even when I did the naked leveling challenge, I did like a naked leveling challenge speedrun, which is on this channel now. that I think was 12 hours, 1 to 60. It was actually from 1 to. So yeah, 1 to 60, 12 hours. So that won't be that bad if that's what we have to do to get to 60, but then it'd probably be another, it might be another 12 hours, 60 to 72, because with no gear on, it's gonna be rough. The difference though, that character is actually, like, honestly, I think a naked character is more powerful than this character will be. Because this character, that naked shaman will definitely be more powerful, because that has, first of all, shaman has like super overpowered PvP talents. Second of all, it has all its actual talents, which are like probably 50% of your actual power. Like gear doesn't really help that much while leveling. But this character is pretty much going to be naked, I'd imagine. And will only have a few talent points. So we'll see how it plays out. I might have to end up crafting gear, yeah.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
So I have no idea what these guys are even doing here, but
Be careful.
we did ding 9. While some may look at our current predicament as an unfortunate turn of events, I sense that we are here for a reason. The invisible hand of fate has pushed us in this direction. The reason why will become evident in time. To the west lies an ancient night elf city, now in the ruins and overrun by Naga. It would be remiss of us to sit idly by as the Naga tainted by my ancestral lands.
Aye, safe travels.
This is like an alliance expedition that didn't mean to crash here, basically, I guess.
Hello. Have a good one. Safe travels.
I love this though. Kind of like the economy of like, it almost feels like Warcraft 3 was like such an impactful game. I don't know, man. I wish that the only thing I wished about Warcraft 3, it had more resources. Like in Age of Empires, there's 4 resources: stone, gold, metal, wood, food. I guess there's more than 4, but anyway, there's a lot. I would love that in I guess metal and gold, that's just the same thing, but yeah, if there was more resources in Warcraft 3, I think it would be probably one of the best games ever made. I just love the economy of it all, like starting with nothing and building a bunch of bases. It feels like an invasion, like, you know what I mean? It feels like an invasion, and I love that. I love the concept of a good invasion. I've said this for years, but if there was like a game where you start, and not to like sound weird and everything, but like here's my ideal setting for it: an invasion of the Americas by like a European country. You know what I mean? Kind of like what happened in real life. Obviously, a bit of a sore spot for people nowadays, but that's history. So that is an interesting topic to me. And on top of that, I would love it to be like a real-time strategy. Almost like a mix of like a real-time strategy game and like Crusader Kings 2. A game where you like make bases and then also kind of like develop the history of the base. I don't even know how to describe it, but basically like establish cities, almost like kind of maybe like even like a little bit like The Sims too. But yeah, just like the giant map with like tons of, you know, Native American, whatever, like, you know, whatever's indigenous to the region. They're the enemy. Whatever. Hey, you know what? It's what happened. So that just something like that, doesn't it? It could be like orcs and trolls and then humans landing on it, you know, something like that in Warcraft. And just take even, or I guess orcs and night elf, actually really good, you know, parody there from the Warcraft 3 campaign. So yeah, just I'd love that. That would be like my favorite type of game. A game where your goal is not necessarily to kill every single enemy, but to like, you know, turn their land into your land. That's like my favorite actual concept of a game that I don't actually play right now. If there was something like that, man, I would, oh my god, I'd go nuts. I've tried to make custom maps in Warcraft 3 like that, but it's just so difficult because there's so few resources. It's only the 2 resources, so it's just not as fun, honestly. The trader uncovered, what does that mean? That's not what, yeah. Moongraze Buck High. Alright, we should be able to finish this quest, and ding, I think this will be it. Then we'll come back another day and wrap up this zone. There's a lot of quests in this zone. Yeah, I don't think all of these quests are available for non... I don't think they are, because I don't remember doing any of these quests. This is definitely a very slow 1 to 10, though, I'll tell you. It's usually like you need to get like 30 minutes in the human one. Just so much travel, though. It's insane. I could have swore that we needed to kill these cats. I'm going to kill one and see what happens. Moongraze buck. Oh, okay, so not Moongraze stag. They're different. Yeah, see, I knew that was the case. That's fine. We don't need to do it right now, I guess. Even though we... Yeah, it's dumb not to do it right now. Anyway, we now have Drain Life, so... Not quite ready to change up the action bars, but like my plan is to have like the spammable dots and then just Drain Life the whole way. That's what I'd like the playthrough to be, rotation wise.
Kai Christor. Remain vigilant.
Yes, now we gotta kill those two. I just wanted to get to 10 though so I can show the talents in the first episode because that's gonna be like a huge part of it. So hopefully we can quickly wrap this up. It's almost done. We probably can just grind our way to 10 at this point, but looking for a few different things right now. I don't think we'll finish this quest. I just want to get one of them done and then get to 10 ASAP. Oh, and then also the stag tenderloin, which we don't need at all now. Look at that. First danger of the playthrough? Not really. But I am going to get the Nightfall talent. I'll show it to you when we ding. I think this would be a pretty fun little play style. There's even more talents like for it too, which we are limiting to. I think I would really enjoy leveling as an Affliction Warlock. Just like the general rotation looks very interesting to me. God, that fall noise is horrible sounding. I just like the idea of like one of every spell gets put up for a while, you know? That's not like that. Blood DK is certainly not like that, you know what I mean? You don't use like 5 different spells in quick succession. I like that idea about Warlock because it's like, all right, dot, 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 then do something else. Historically, at least. I don't know how it plays now, but... All right, I guess we'll probably just... I guess we'll just finish this quest. We're almost done with it anyway. We only need one more Snapdragon Bulb, and I assume there's more over here. Alright, there's one right there anyway. Plenty of cats down here. We just need to find more stags. You need 3 more loot, but they're not out dropping it. Oh, look at that. A bow. Could use that in our hunter leveling challenge. Don't think we've gotten an actual weapon in that challenge yet. It's rare to get weapons in Classic, I feel like. Okay, so we're almost done with this now, suddenly. Maybe it is. Higher drop rate. Then we just need to find one more cat after this, and that'll be that. Go turn these in, and we'll be done. We'll be well into 10, maybe even close to 11. Hopefully Alliance still... I don't think Alliance... I think they still only get like 10% from War Mode. I should have did this on Silver... Oh, I did do this on Silverhand, actually. Yeah, forget it. Nice server to level on, a RP server. Because there's no cross-realm stuff out in the world. Nice single-player experience, which I guess, you know, controversial take maybe, but I prefer that. Leveling challenges, I want basically just a single-player experience. And then next time we play, which will probably be 2 days from now real time, we will go and do all this stuff. And then, yeah, we'll be well, I think we'll probably get to like maybe even like 14 from this zone. I think there's a good chance that we might hit 30 from both of these zones. I don't know though. Which would be, as long as we don't go over 30, that's fine, because then after that, well then, I don't know where I'll go after that. Haven't even thought about it.
May the light embrace you. Dionys Akar.
Okay, that's 10. Voidwalker, I don't plan on using, but we might have to. Let's turn these in, and then we will take a look at the talents.
Each day is a blessing.
And I will show you fellas what's going on. That's a thing we can use. Although I don't really like the way it looks, so we just won't even use it. Did we get any other spells that were important?
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Not much experience from that. Didn't come anywhere close to 9 or to 11. Yeah, see, there's a lot of spells. Not all of them are very good, but... Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and log off at the inn. Oh, we also need a mount. Elec, I guess? Maybe since it's a Warlock, we should use like a demon or something. Is there like a Fel Elec? I don't think so. That's kind of close. Felsteed, not really. That's kind of good, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like too big of a mount. Treadsteed's not bad, though. Yeah, let's use that. See what it looks like. You just automatically get riding now, right? Yeah. That seems good. Alright, so let's take a look. We're going Affliction. Do we get a new spell? I think we should get a spell immediately when we go Affliction, right? Really? No. Oh, we just already have it. It doesn't go on our bars. So that turns Corruption instantly, and it does damage. And there's our Mastery, and then Soulstone rank 2, and that's all we'll ever get from just being Affliction. Sometimes you'll get extra things just from being Affliction. All we get is Agony, so we're gonna do this. So corruption is agony first, I guess, and then corruption, and then drain life. Well, drain life will be like, I think the way I used to, I can't remember. There's gonna be more spells though. 3 maybe. So anyway, here's the plan. We can already put 1 talent point into, which we will put into fell armor, I guess. I'm gonna put 3 points here, and then we're gonna take mortal coil. Guess we need that. We're gonna take malefic rapture, unstable affliction, and nightfall, and that's it. So 6 talent points, whatever, 3 on each side, 3 TP runs. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I don't know when, we're just gonna get these out and then just publish them as they come from now on. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this channel, and yeah, a lot of leveling challenge that I want to do, because I want to do 1 of every heritage armor too for the 4 new things that got added in Dragonflight 2. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.